On homelessness, we're continuing to protect the most vulnerable, and that's been a key priority for me and my colleagues in my department, especially those living in homelessness. The rapid and joined-up response by our homeless services and their extraordinary commitment resulted in an unprecedented upscaling of services to keep our users safe. To meet the challenges of social distancing, new facilities were rapidly opened. Shielding has been provided for those most at risk of getting seriously ill from COVID, and additional accommodation has been put in place to allow for self-isolation. Outbreaks of COVID-19, thankfully, have remained low amongst the homeless population, a testament to the hard work of all those involved in cooperation between the homeless services and our colleagues in the HSE and the Department of Health. The response of service users to the supports provided, as measured by the HSE's National COVID-19 Service User Experience Survey, which reported in November last, has been broadly positive. The needs and challenges expressed by service users in the survey will be integrated into service planning, and this will inform provision of more integrated, person-centred services for anyone experiencing homelessness in Ireland. My department has provided approximately £12.5 million per quarter in additional COVID-related funding to support these efforts. I have also provided for further costs that have arisen from the provision of 24-hour services in facilities which were introduced to minimise the need for service users to travel. During this period, we've made significant progress in tackling homelessness, although the situation is still challenging. The homeless figures for November show a decrease of over 1,900 individuals, or 18.8% on the total recorded in November 2019. And thankfully, there has been a 38.6% decrease in the numbers of families in emergency accommodation and a very, very welcome 72% reduction in the number of families accommodated in commercial hotels in the past year. We need to do more, but that is real progress being shown. The Dublin Regional Homeless Executive recorded its highest number of tenancies created in any given month in November last, with 381 created in total. And they're helping to prevent people from either entering homelessness services as well as helping those who are engaged to exit successfully. The next quarterly report on homelessness will be published tomorrow, Friday the 29th of January, and I expect to see a further reduction in the numbers of homeless individuals and families, which again is undoubtedly extremely welcome. Budget 2021, we've put aside nearly €220 million for homeless spending, an increase of 31% on Budget 2020. With numbers falling, we're moving towards the long-term solutions and not just keeping our heads above water. Rough sleepers are at the very sharp end of homelessness and are amongst the most vulnerable individuals in our society. Rough sleeping is a persistent issue, and I've provided the resources to ensure that there is a bed available for everyone who needs one. In addition, I've instructed all housing authorities that local connection criteria should not be a barrier to accessing services. I'm keeping this under review to ensure that it's fully adhered to, and enhanced outreach teams operate 18 hours per day, interacting with people on the street, encouraging them to take up offers of a bed or to return to accommodation that they may already have. I'd like to thank and highly commend all of those in our outreach teams all over the country, many of whom I've met myself personally, who have been magnificent through this pandemic. While COVID has posed huge challenges, there have also been opportunities. My department, local authorities, the Department of Health, the HSE and NGO service providers have worked together, and existing relationships have been strengthened. The strong collaboration that developed must continue and should and will yield longer-term benefits. For instance, it's essential that health supports are provided in tandem with housing supports, particularly for the most vulnerable homeless individuals who are on the streets or at risk of rough sleeping. I speak regularly and meet with Minister Donnelly, and I can say with a great deal of confidence that this is something that we agree on and that we're making progress on. I've met regularly too with my own homeless task force. The response to the COVID-19 pandemic is to the forefront of our thoughts, and we regularly assess what is working, indeed what isn't, what measures we must put in place and how we can improve. And this will continue long after this pandemic we have seen the back of it.